Hey guys, how's it going? Now it's just a quick one. I'm just showing you how to do the tomato sauce for the pizza. It's very, very simple. But in between doing all that, I'm going to be giving some mindful lessons on what happens when you run out of conversation. When you just get stuck at not knowing what to say when you're in conversation with someone. Lost for words. I think that's a good thing. Anyway, let's just quickly start with this. So first of all, just get some tinned tomatoes. I mean, this is so simple, it's ridiculous. Tinned tomatoes. Put it into your pan, and then garlic. I just chopped up, I'd say probably about 3 cloves of garlic. Don't know if you can see it there. Put the garlic in. And then simple, just a few mixed herbs. Can you see? A few little mixed herbs. And some smoked paprika, which I think is a great little, not too much. And then from there, final thing is balsamic vinegar. Put in, I've got this sort of balsamic glaze. It's very nice. And it gives a good sweet. And then literally just put it on the hob, stir it, give it a good stir, and I will keep showing you that throughout the presentation I'm giving you now. Okay, guys. Okay, so having cooked it for literally 2 to 3 minutes, it's now ready prepared. So put that in the fridge, or just use it straight away for your pizza. So that's it. Simple as. Okay guys, so I'm going to give you 5 tips now just to help you eliminate any awkward silences when you're in conversation with people, whether it's people you know really well or people who you're just meeting for the first time. Okay, the first thing is mirroring. Mirroring. I'll say that right. So when you are in conversation with someone and you're scared that when they reach the end of whatever they're talking about, you're not going to know what to say, mirror something they said within the conversation. For example, if they say they lived in Norwich, for example, you could say, mirror that, but you say, so you said you lived in Norwich, and they'll go, yeah, I live in Norwich. And then from that you can go, well, what's it like living in Norwich, or how long did it take you to get here from Norwich, or what's Norwich like at this time of year? All these wonderful little things. So mirroring is number 1. Now, number 2, you've done your mirroring. Number 2 is create a similitude. Similitude. It's a good word, that. So basically what it means is, it's a little bit like when you say, this reminds me of, or it's a little bit like when this or that happened. So whatever you're talking about, when the person's finished telling the story, if you don't have a great comeback or whatever you're about to say, just turn the conversation around to something similar within the conversation that you've just experienced. For example, like a friend of mine the other day, he was telling me about how when this lockdown ends, which I'm sure it will end quite soon, he needs to go to Thailand to complete a business deal or something, whatever it was. I got a little bit bored, so I was like, oh, what should I talk about now? I was like, now when I did my gap year, I went to Thailand, and I embarrassingly, well, I got arrested in Thailand. Not for anything bad. I didn't do anything bad. Just I was driving a tuk-tuk and a little bit drunk. Anyway, so I just said, yeah, Thailand. Yeah, that reminds me of when I went there and I got arrested. And then obviously the whole conversation went on from there. And it just made for quite a funny, amusing little anecdotes, one should say. Okay, so number 3 is ask an open-ended question, because ideally you don't want to ask a question which is just going to give you a yes or no answer. So, I mean, I would never ask a client of mine, for example, if they just like bread or if they've ever eaten sourdough before, because that has limited scope for a comeback. So instead, I would ask them why they decided to come on the course, or why they wanted to make bread, or if they know why sourdough is actually a much healthier choice than normal bread. Just small little things like that, which just get people talking, and it obviously takes away the yes or the no answer thing. And think, for example, how every child that you run into always asks the same why. Why this? Why this? Why that? Like if a child came to my course, for example, like, why is flour white? Why do you need to use flour? Why are you baking? Why are you so funny? Like, probably not funny because I'm a comedian, just funny because I look funny. Anyway, now obviously you shouldn't ask such simple questions because you're not a child anymore, but you can always expand on it. So for example, if someone says that they're a lawyer, you could ask, why are you a lawyer? What got you into law? Why do you think you enjoy law? You know, sort of go much deeper into it rather than just why you're a lawyer. You go, why do you think that? And that's number 3. So number 4, I like to call start a question. So if the conversation you're in has completely dried up and you've sort of flatlined, you can basically bring it back to the beginning of as if you've only just met the people, or maybe you're with a group of people, and if a group of people stop talking, that's always very awkward. So you could be the saviour of the conversation, and you could say, so how do you guys know each other? And straight away that's going to get people, well, I know X because of Y, and Y knows this and that and the other, and that's always a good way. But if you're just on your own and you're with one other person and the conversation dries up, or before it dries up you want to say something, and this is a tactic a friend of mine uses, and I always heard him say it. I was just like, that's such a weird thing to say, but it always starts conversation, and it is, you say, so what's your story? And straight away people go, well, are you talking about business, or are you talking about my social life? And that starts the conversation. So straight away you're just ticking along. Okay, so the 5th and final one is about complimenting the person you're talking to on a probability. So, for example, if they are really tanned, you could first of all compliment them on it. So, look, you look amazing, absolutely tanned. And then you suggest, this is the probability of it, that they've just been away. So you say, wow, you look absolutely amazing. Have you just been away? And if you have, where have you been? And straight away, that will get them, 1, they'll be complimented that you've noticed their amazing tan, and 2, they want to talk about their recent holiday. And if they haven't just been on a recent holiday, well, that's very good. It's a starting point. You can say, well, I thought you'd been on a holiday because you're so brown. And it's the same, like if you meet someone who's got a really good physique or something, you can say, wow, you look like you go to the gym a lot. Tell me about it. You know, how often do you go? Whereabouts do you go? And how do you find it? Is it a good price? Is it a good gym? All of that. So it starts good conversations. And that's it. So if you have enjoyed all of these tips, and obviously the cooking as well, please like and share and subscribe. I want to get as many subscribers as possible. I want to help as many people as possible. You know, I'm using my the mindful part of my baking, obviously giving people mindful advice and mindful techniques to help improve their life, plus teaching them how to cook. So I hope you're, and here we go, still got it. The tomato sauce with pizza. That's all done. Anyway, guys, please like, share, subscribe, and I will see you with the next video in a few days.